One of the reasons why this is such a big deal for us is last summer we had a bit of an issue with one of our main rear end loaders like this going down, and so we had to make some adjustments in order to accommodate the trash that's generated from Leeward Parks, particularly some of the campgrounds that we have over there. And so what we did was we started using some different vehicles, like the flatbed truck you see over there to my left. We started putting mobile storage sites in some of our parks, and we actually got some assistance from some of our other park staff and other sister agencies like Department of Environmental Services. We have some staff from our DPR District 2, which is our West Honolulu staff, and also DPR District 5, which is our Central Oahu parks. So everyone really chipped in to help us out when we needed extra assistance with that ōpala pickup. But now we're able to get back to working order and to be able to pick up the ōpala from our Leeward parks on a much quicker basis. So it's a big deal for us because keeping our parks clean and safe is really one of the big priorities that we have in this department. You know, if you're not feeling safe, if it's not a clean location, you don't want to bring your families to it, but we want everyone to feel welcome in our city parks. And so to talk a little bit more about some of the specifics about this facility and more about what went into getting this vehicle into our fleet is our DPR Director, Laura H. Thielen.
Good morning, everyone. So if you're like me, most families, you only think about garbage in your own household, and like the 5th time that you had to ask your kids to please take out the rubbish. But once you start working at the city parks, you start to realize about garbage on a large scale. Behind me, you see one of our smaller, more compact garbage trucks. But at any beach park, especially a beach park with a campground or Ala Moana Beach Park, the garbage that gets generated there on a weekly basis will fill up about 6 containers of garbage. It's a huge amount of garbage. We will have, after a weekend at a beach park with a campsite, a mound of garbage bags that is bigger than the truck behind me. So if you don't have what I call this invisible city infrastructure, garbage vehicles like this, what you're leaving is people to have to pick up bag after bag, load it into the back of a pickup truck, which is fairly heavy, and that's large area to pick up bags, drive to H-Power and wait in line when you have one truck full. But once you have this invisible infrastructure, you can pack in and compact garbage and move it so you can take 1 ton at a time, or with our larger trucks, maybe up to 5 or 6 tons at a single time. And so it's a much more efficient way to remove garbage from the parks. So we want to thank all of our staff that have had to lift bags into the back of pickup trucks over this summer because it's been a heavy load. We want to thank people in the communities that have helped us with that, or just been patient and understanding while they've waited for us to be able to clear out parks. And we're really very, very happy at having this new truck, and then going forward some additional new trucks to help us be efficient at keeping parks safe and clean for everybody to use. And given that, I want to recognize the council and the mayor for supporting these budget requests for this type of invisible infrastructure. We know the community is always eager for the things that you see. Nobody likes to fix the roof. They all want the new kitchen counters. But we want to make sure that we have the invisible infrastructure that's needed to keep the places clean and safe. So I want to introduce and thank Councilmember Augie Toba, and then afterwards the mayor.
So I'll be real quick and brief because I know the mayor is going to do about 20 minutes. As one of the council members on the Leeward Coast, when we were told that we was going to have this extra services, I know Councilmember Tupola and I were like super excited because we know how important it is to keep our parks clean. As the chair of parks for the last 4 years, that's one of the things that I heard constantly, like, how do we get more people out there to keep our parks clean? So this is a huge step. I'm excited. I'd like to see more of these trucks in the next budget. So with that, I just wanted to say thank you to the mayor and Director Thielen and everybody at the Parks and Rec. Aloha.
Thank you. Well, so much has already been said, but I want to start off by saying, my mother used to say that little things mean a lot. And while this is not a little thing, it's a smaller truck, but it means a lot. And really what it allows us to do, and I think it's already been said, it allows us to work hand in glove with the community out on the west side who's been really diligent at piling up trash and doing it. But then what happens with that? And so we've had a lot of our own team and everybody else. This just, as I think Laura said, allows us to be much more efficient and effective. And we want people to enjoy the parks. We want them to go there and feel free and knowing full well part of their experience is going to create trash. So this is just one more way to elevate the experience and have it be really good for everybody. And at the same time, I hope it makes a statement about the fact that we really care about our communities, their effort, and what they've been trying to do to clean, and we're helping them, and it's all good. So with that, I thank you very much. Good job.
A few details about the truck that I want to mention before we get to our ceremonial tossing of the bags in the back of the rear end loader. This vehicle cost $185,570. So thank you again to Councilmember Tolbo for helping us appropriate those funds, and to our administration for getting that money over to us to be able to afford this. This is believed to be the first of our refuse trucks that actually has a rear view camera as well too. So it's going to be safer and more efficient for our staff to be able to get into these tight places and to be able to load trash into this rear capacity that you see behind me. And so not only that, but we're going to be able to do serve the Leeward Coast much quicker, much safer, and make it much cleaner.